So for the documenting on YouTube, I figure out, I've been posting on Facebook here lately. Um, I saw a lot on Prius chat noting interchangeability between the certain years, the Toyota Matrix, Pontiac Vibe, Toyota Corolla, mainly for the sway bar. So I started inquiring a little more. I had to work on the control arm on the 2006 Prius. I noticed some were noting the bolts and nuts for the lower control arm were interchangeable, including with later years of the Prius and similar to the sway bar. I also noticed sway bar linkage interchangeability and later some ball joint interchangeability, which I'll end with. But I'll start with the Corolla. This is a link here to the VIN number for the parts car, where I grabbed some parts. This is here a link noting, actually this is a screenshot from the Rock Auto's website for the Delphi part for the 2006 Prius. This is where I first noticed some control arm interchangeability. So when I was at the salvage yard, I figured I'll grab a control arm from that 2009 Corolla, grab the sway bar, and then I found the 2007 had original Toyota. I don't know if they're original from 2007, hoping they're a little newer, but they didn't look bad, they didn't look leaking. They did definitely look like they had some wear, but I've seen where I've had newer for the front when I did the Toyota KYB swap LKQ, and almost looked new front struts where when I disassembled, tested the spring and the strut itself, the newer ones were actually in worse condition, maybe other than the strut mount, compared to the rougher looking condition yard ones I got from the other yard for half the price. So I returned those LKQ ones. I wound up returning the sway bar link and the control arm. After matching up the sway bar link. Well, let's first go with the control arm. The control arms did look like physically they matched up measurement-wise. Everything looks like they measured up. So that boosted my confidence that probably the ball joint will interchange. And then the sway bar linkage, is exactly related. Though that I did look a little more. There really isn't much difference. The hole I found, that's about it. All the dimensions, the inside diameters for the bolt, everything looked like it's pretty much matching up. And then the overlay, you can't even tell the difference. Similar to the measurements, where they probably do interchange no problem. I didn't notice any issues. The sway bar link was a different story. I did find where the 2009 Corolla was about 1/8 of an inch longer. I have to admit, I had a tape measure at the time when I measured, didn't photograph, and that did look a little longer, though possibly maybe you can loosen up the sway bar and adjust accordingly, and then install your linkage, and then tighten back up the sway bar bushings, and then might not be any issue. The sway bar link, this is a Delphi from Rock Auto and Detroit axle part showing the interchange. Similarly with the sway bar, the Scion TC also included, but you have the Prius Matrix and Corolla Vibe interchangeability. Vibe. Anyways, the ball joint, when I had that control arm off, I was curious. I didn't grab the ball joint, because at the time I wasn't worried about needing to replace. So I didn't pull the ball joint off, though it looked like measurement-wise they do interchange. So this is what Toyota notes for the different part numbers for the different ball joints. However, when I was looking, I found that there was interchange with the newer. I happened to randomly, I don't know where it was. I guess I was searching years just to see the range of years, what would interchange. And I found where Rock Auto showed an interchange with a 2022 Prius. So the ball joint supposedly does interchange. I saw another eBay 1 or 2 listings with that CK90309 noting 2001 to 2022 Prius ball joint interchange. So that's something I have to still confirm. If you have any comments, experience, have the part, maybe you can see the surface is different. I really don't know. Otherwise, here they show 95, 97 Corolla noted. Maybe there's some other years of the Corolla. Like I say, the 2009 looks like it does interchange. I probably should do a 2009 search of the Corolla and just see what turns up with interchangeability now that I'm thinking about this and talking out loud. But why wouldn't they if they do? The only thing that comes to mind is maybe they mount. Okay, no problems. How would that positioning maybe affect the knuckle, which would affect, the strut, which, I doubt the linkage is going to do much, but that's a knuckle strut mount and the axle for alignment. Possibly there's some kind of issue with alignment there, even if, say, the ball joint does fit to the lower control arm. But I don't want to document that because I haven't seen it documented anywhere. And similar to the lower control arm, not really well documented anywhere. Not really, the removal and installation is documented pretty good on YouTube. So that is, but with regards to this interchange observation I found, I didn't see it documented, so figured I'd document. Okay, well, be safe, stay healthy until next time. Save, and learn something new.